first, I'd like to thank everyone for having me here. I really appreciate it. And second, I'd like to thank everyone in this room for your personal efforts for our country. I know everyone in this room cares, and there's a lot of people who don't, so I just thank you for that. My political philosophy can be best described as constitutional conservative Republican. I will represent you in the halls of Congress because I am not backed by any interest. I was an intelligence analyst in the Army, as was previously said, and I did take an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution. That is the oath of office. My Christian faith guides my decisions. I believe life begins at conception, and I believe marriage is a private, religious institution that should not be defined or redefined by the American government. I am pro-gun, and I believe in an exceptional America. I believe that liberty and national security is best secured by a well-armed citizenry. America is exceptional because our founders recognized that our rights come from God, and that is unique among the nations of the world. I believe in a strong national defense, transparency, accountability to the people, limited government, low taxation, free market economy, and honoring our commitments to our seniors. The number one priority is to get this economy back on track. We need to allow the creation of new jobs and business opportunities. Right now, the government is they have business reeling and American people reeling because there's uncertainty in our future. So nobody wants to do anything because they're not sure what to do next. So there's fear and apprehension about the future of our country. The government needs to get out of the way of small business and the free market. We can limit the size, cost of maintaining government and still have a strong national defense and national security. It's time for transparency and common sense in government. Bills should be simple and without riders and earmarks, because earmarks are a form of bribery. Bills should not be voted on without reading them first, and bills should be as quick and concise as possible. And they should be made available for the public for scrutiny before being voted on. We should be using all available domestic forms of energy without government intervention. We need to enforce immigration laws and secure our borders. Our agencies are mismanaging our national affairs, and there's no accountability to the people. And that's a problem because our elected officials can't always get to those agencies and rein them in, except for through funding. The government can best serve the people by making regulations predictable and uncomplicated. We must simplify the tax code and let businesses stand or fail on their own merit. I am opposed to Obamacare. I am opposed to Common Core, and I applaud the efforts in this state to keep those things from happening, as well as the nullification for the NDAA in Pennsylvania.
He needs to speak up.
Do I need to speak up?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. The federal government has no constitutional authority for the Department of Education. That's what I honestly feel. That's what I believe is constitutional. Some of this was already said, but I'm 38. I was born in Collinsburg, and I was raised mostly in Mercersburg. And my children's names, that wasn't said, Mariska, she's 4, Malachi, he's 2, and the youngest is Taylin, she's now 10 months old. And my wife and I have been married for 12 years. She's very capable and very supportive, and she's an amazing woman. Now, some of what I did in the Army, I worked primarily on national and theater level intelligence. Above all, I was a soldier, but I was also a supervisor and trainer for younger soldiers, and I greatly enjoyed that. I collected data, and I performed analysis by applying my informed judgment and trained judgment as to the relevance of the mission, and then we disseminated that information, which sometimes was just in report form and other times was in briefing. I worked my way through college, and I was in the National Guards while I was in college as well, so I was a non-traditional student. And I graduated in 2000 from Shippensburg University with an environmental studies degree. Since that time, I've been in the private sector, in and out of the private sector and municipal sector. And I've also been engaged with my wife in a business venture so primarily what I've done is engineering-related services and also utility services. So I've worked a lot in that capacity, and I've seen a lot how the federal regulations pushes on the state and also in the local government, and how all the compliance through these different agencies affects land development, business owners, farmers, and residents in general. I've been a municipal manager and a coordinator, project coordinator, so. Now, I don't plan on Congress being capable. I know this is a very important thing, especially because I'm going to be fighting for principles. That makes it much more difficult, because it seems to me the principles are nearly non-existent in Washington, D.C. today. So, but what I can tell you is that I'll advocate for you. I won't blink, and I don't live in fear, and I will challenge. So that is something I can promise. Above all, I have a heart of service for the people in the 9th District, and I know who I work for. I don't work for Boehner. I don't work for globalists, and I don't work for special interests. I believe it's my personal obligation and duty to do everything I can to keep this country intact, because at the end of the day, I want a country that is fiscally sound, safe, and I also want a country where we're free at the end of the day. I don't want to see our civil liberties and our national, our Bill of Rights eroded to the point where we're not free anymore. It's an oxymoron situation. So, and for me, the constituents of this district, I hold them close to my heart because I am born and raised here. And my family's been here since the Revolutionary War, and they served in that war. And that's culturally important for me as a family, so that's where I'm coming from with this. So, you know, that for me means that I think of people in this district as my family, because so many people are in this district. Now, I do believe in the power of individuals, and collectively, the power of people working together in groups such as this is so important. And we are winning some battles. I don't know if we're winning the war, but we are winning some battles. So we just need to keep pushing. And I'd like to see the people work. And the people down in D.C. right now don't think they work for us. I'd like to remind them that they do. And I think people can work together, and we can make anything happen we want. So that is what I'm looking to do here. And that is my summation. I just thank you for having me here tonight, and I appreciate everyone here. So, and I would look forward to answering your questions here in a couple minutes, and